Welcome to your daily horoscope for Tuesday, February 18th, 2020. My name is Lori and I am your astrologer with Magic Me Scopes, here to bring you some daily inspiration and let you know what's going on there up in this cosmic weather. Interesting day today. We have the moon that has just shifted into Capricorn, just came out of Sagittarius. And the moon is all about our emotions and our feelings. And when the moon is in Capricorn, we feel like we have to get to work. Things are definitely about being more serious. Things might feel a little bit more stressful. It might feel like your to-do list or things that you wanted to do or anything with doing, anything with action feels tighter today, more restricted, harder to get done. But the good thing about it is that if we could break through the challenge of where the moon is right now, which is actually a pretty good sign for us with our emotions to give us a boost of energy to move forward. It's also by Mars, which is helping this confidence and this moving on happen. But there is a trine up to Uranus, and the trine up to Uranus with the moon just brings us into a little bit more of an unexpected area. It also means that there might be some chance encounters that may occur where seed you had planted prior or something you'd spoken about that maybe you pushed to the side. Remember, we are in Mercury Retrograde, so we're talking about getting out those old projects and dusting them off. Something today might spark a new interest and bring you to a place where you feel like you've got to get some work done to actually get it out there. So it's a boost of confidence and it is a little bit more of a lucky energy. And it just says that if something seems a little bit risky, remember, we're in Mercury Retrograde, so this isn't the time to take a new risk, even though we want new. These are new things based on intentions that have been set, seeds that have been planted, things brought on from the prior new moon, things brought on from the eclipse that we had recently. It's this kind of energy that we have actionable step, or at least tell us what actionable step we need to do to move forward. And we'll be feeling that energy today. You'll see that a lot more people maybe feel rushed or just keep saying, I just have so much to do. It seems like that type of day. And remember, this Mercury retrograde is much more positively aspected, meaning that we need to take this Mercury retrograde to look for patterns or look for progress or look for signs that will help us take an old project, an old idea. And it doesn't have to be something from when you were 10 years old, but an idea that was sparked before Mercury turned retrograde on Sunday. So something has been spoken about, something's been developed, and now we are going to get some clues and some messages of how to move forward with them. Mars is in Capricorn, giving us the determination and the boldness to move forward. And now the moon being there, we could actually feel what exactly needs to be done. And this is all that great process that we're going through during this Mercury retrograde, where we are re-looking, reorganizing, redoing, and going over things once again. But remember, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It is a process. Every Mercury retrograde is a time for us to look within. This one is a little bit more spiritually looking in, since it is happening in the sign of Pisces. It will go back into Aquarius for a little bit, which might bring up some weird energy or maybe give you the answers to energy that was weird. Maybe last week something seemed weird or something seemed off. During this Mercury retrograde, you'll get the answers that you want that will show you either why it was weird or show you how to break through that energy that wasn't feeling right. We still do have the Jupiter sextile to Neptune, which is actually a great positive aspect. And it really is the biggest aspect going on, even though it's taking a little bit of a backseat to all these planets shifting into different signs and changing the energy. But everything is starting to feel new or starting to feel different, or you're starting to see it from a different perspective, which can be what is the new energy of moving forward. And when it comes to Jupiter and the sextile with Neptune, it's a lot about beliefs. It's a lot about things we believe, or our beliefs being questioned, or looking at things that we used to believe in a different light, or maybe finding out some information that we thought was true and then we find out it's not. when I think of this energy and I think of a lot of beliefs, I think of when it comes to the news and how there's certain things on the news that people believe. And then you have people saying there's fake news and there's this virus in China and we kind of don't know if we're getting all the information on it and if is what we're getting right or wrong. So I just see this more collectively, since this energy is for all of us, that we are going to get a lot more messages around these things that are kind of hazy. And we might start to believe things that we once would have never believed. We might start looking at things in a totally different light. We might actually say to ourselves, I can't believe I'm saying this, but now this is like this. So things are going to be changing. People are going to be changing. Things are going to be shifting within the beliefs and within our dreams and even within our goals. Everything is being restructured during this Mercury retrograde to give us the information we need so that we really are on the best path forward. Remember, Mercury comes to retrograde, and especially when I'm thinking of this, when it comes in with all these beliefs being restructured, retrograding for a purpose. And the purpose is to tell us, slow down, relook at this again, now that you have all this experience, now that you have all this knowledge, now that you know what it really is, now you'll be able to move forward on a better foot. So the energy is looking a little bit better today. It is a great day, unless you're feeling that stress from having too much to do. But my advice to you would be, make a to-do list, and every time you check it off, when you break through that challenge of getting it all done, that's when you'll feel your best. So it's actually good sometimes when we have this determined energy. If you are feeling like you have so much to do, but you don't know what to do, and you actually don't have errands to run or things that you have to get done, physical activity absolutely helps us here. Definitely, I see rock climbing. Whenever I think of Capricorn, I think of somebody climbing up a mountain. So you're talking about strenuous activity and things that might take a little bit longer. And that's why we might just feel little restrictions today if there is a lot to do. But there is going to be that rushed energy and you might feel like you're forgetting things, but take your time, make your list, check them off, and get it done. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Better yet, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I do upload a video. And I will see you again tomorrow.